Bonnie Fuller joins us from HollywoodLife.com. Bonnie, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Bonnie, first of all, we got to get this out there. Go.
All right. Well, the story is this. So we were all kind of reminiscing at Yankee Stadium last night with Steve Sharipra, and my mother was telling the story that James Gandolfini came into our restaurant in shorts and a T-shirt, and he goes to my mother, you know, I really love the food here, but look at the way I'm dressed. Everybody is in business suits around here. He goes, I only like to go to places where I can wear a T-shirt and shorts. He goes, that's why I like to go around in my neighborhood.
So what happened? You throw him out of the joint?
No, we put him in the cafe part of the restaurant. He sat down and he ate and he loved the food.
Did he have to put a jacket on?
No, we didn't put a jacket on him, but you know, he was a casual, you know, unassuming kind of guy. He didn't like to dress up. He didn't like to go to fancy places, you know?
Well, maybe one of the reasons why he was so popular off-duty. Bonnie, what are your thoughts this morning?
Well, you know, that's exactly what people have been telling us at Hollywood Life. And in fact, one of my neighbors, his name's Kevin O'Rourke, he's an actor and he guest starred on the first season of The Sopranos. And he was devastated by the news, but he said he was the nicest guy. He couldn't have been more friendly and humble and down to earth. And he was shocked by the success of The Sopranos and also kind of taken aback by how people tried to changed when they were talking to him because he had the success, because he was so down to earth. But this is something that you know, Kevin really wanted me to say about him, is that he really cared about other actors. And when the negotiations were going on for the Screen Actors Guild, he would come to the meetings, even though he wasn't part of it, and he would say, what can an actor in my position do to help you do better, to get your negotiations going forward and to help you get more money? Like, that's the kind of guy he was.
Well, you heard what Dominic Chiesi said. He actually gave money out of his own pocket to the people that he worked with. I mean, that you don't hear that very often.
No, never.
Yeah.
No. And that's why I guess people said that he was like a brother to them, because he was just so warm and unassuming, and he didn't care. He was the kind of guy who stayed friends or made friends with people based on their character, not on who they were, how big they were in Hollywood.
Interesting to think for a moment what might have happened. He had at least 20 years ahead of him as an actor, and he recently starred, I think he totally broke out of the Tony Soprano kind of niche, the CIA director in Zero Dark 30.
Right.
He played it so convincingly, and it was kind of a surprise. Whoa, there's James Gandolfini, and he's pulling off this kind of this bureaucrat that a lot of people don't know, but he's doing it quite well.
Well, he was set to star in a new HBO show that was coming up, and he was supposed to be a lawyer, kind of a bit of a shady lawyer, and that was scheduled. But I also don't think people know that he actually created some documentaries about post-traumatic stress disorder for soldiers coming back from Iraq.
That's right. He was very involved in the military too.
Yeah. And he did 2 for HBO. Like, people didn't know about that side of him.
He was
very caring,
very involved in the community, and God rest his soul. Well, I guess we'll find out more about the funeral details at some point later today. You know, they still have to bring his body back here to New York.
Apparently, his first wife, who's the mother of his 13-year-old son, is on her way to Italy. Hopefully she's there now, because, I mean, imagine for a 13-year-old to find his dad on the floor like that just must have been devastating, and is devastating.
All right, Bonnie, thank you. Can we talk about a few other subjects with you?
What else is hot? What's going on?
You have death and then you have life, and
exactly.
That's the world, God, right? We have a baby.
That's right. Happy news for Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. As far as we know, they're still in the hospital. Now, the funny thing is that they had pre-booked this luxury $4,000 suite, but because the baby came so early, apparently she couldn't get into one of the suites right away.
No.
So she had to kind of go in a more ordinary spot.
Was she pulling like a diva routine?
No, not at all. Not at all. And they are, as far as we know, still ensconced. But the thing is that we've had eyewitnesses tell us that Kanye is walking around the hospital beaming from ear to ear. He is so happy. I don't even think he's left the hospital. He has not left her side since the delivery and the baby was born. He's totally in love with the baby, thinks she's so adorable. Can't leave her.
Before we go, Bonnie Fuller just got hot off the presses information about Kim and Kanye.
Yes, our friend Rob Shooter is reporting that an engagement is imminent between Kim and Kanye.
Oh my God, get the dress ready, Greg.
He's so happy about
wait a second.
the baby.
An engagement is imminent.
Imminent.
That means they're not engaged.
They're not engaged yet, no.
Kanye's telling people he's thinking about it, or what?
Well, this is the news that I just heard that came across.
An engagement is imminent.
Imminent. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I believe they've always been planning on getting married. Kris Jenner's been talking about it, and she said there's no way they're going to have a big grand wedding. It's going to be a much more private affair.
Did you see that front page news last week? He's got some other interest. You saw that,
right?
Oh,
yes, but that
I don't know how imminent this thing is.
No, that was just not a true story. That was completely debunked.
I read it in the paper, though.
Well, okay, but here's what we found out.
It was online.
You're killing me.
But at Hollywood Life, we talked to Jonathan Cheban, who's Kim's one of her best friends, and he was actually with her in Atlantic City on the weekend with Kanye, where Kanye was performing, where supposedly this woman met Kanye. He saw Kim and Kanye both nights go up to their room together.
Bonnie, we'll read about it on HollywoodLife.com. We gotta go. Nice to see you. Sorry about that.